Welcome to the Dating Unsettled show where we dare to date differently. I'm in shorts. I feel so comfy and I got my sneakers on. Today, we're going to talk to you about a really magical topic. It is something that is just personal and delightful. Anybody can do it. And if I told you that you could create a vision board to manifest the Black love that you're looking for, would you believe me? Or would you be like, that sounds frou frou? Well, it is frou frou, but it actually worked for me. I created a vision board, and I'll tell you why I did it. I wanted to be a really active agent in my dating life. You've heard me say this on the podcast before. I felt like I was a wizard. I don't know if Harry Potter, Magic School Bus, all these things got in my head when I was little, but I've always felt magical in the sense that the things that I dream of, hope for, aspire to, if I put it down on paper, or if I speak it out loud to people, or if I surround myself with images of it and I take actionable steps to make it happen, it's going to happen to me. It's going to come from me. And I pray. Thank you, God. Thanks, Jesus. So, all of these things are accessible and available to you. I hope, I pray. If not, feel free to modify it and do it in whatever version works for you. But I believe that vision boarding Black love is important because for me, Black love, African love, whatever you want to call it, it was so unspoken. It was something that I yearned for before I had the full language for it, before it was as colloquial and popular and casual as it is now. So I grew up as an African girl in white neighborhoods, Asian neighborhoods, wanting to connect with someone who looked like me before I knew that I really wanted to connect with someone who looked like me. So my crushes were very Kevin Lee and, Aaron Carter type of energy. But as I grew up and I grew into myself and I came to love myself and my skin and the experiences that I was having in LA, which I talk about in another episode that you should look out for about LA dating, I was like, wait a minute, Black skin just look good on Black skin. And you start to see strong Black couples that energize and inspire you. And for me, all of this eventually manifested. Yeah, it manifested. All of this manifested into a vision board. I think that the first challenge that you're going to face is that the inspiration for Black love is limiting. It's limited and it's limiting. There are a lot of dating app statistics and questions and research studies that are geared at making us feel like we are not super popular on the apps and we don't populate the app. So of course, you have BLK, like a Black dating app. You got things like Christian singles or Christian mingles where you feel like, okay, wait a minute, I might find my people here. And you can even filter for race on apps like Hinge. But the entire conversation that's being had by the press and people, even people just using science that isn't quite verified, studies that have been conducted in like 2013 about how desirable Black women are on the apps, these things are super discouraging. And I think when we look to the media and we try to find like examples, the Black love pages and at Black love exists and me and somebody's son, what I struggle with when I look at those pages is a lot of the examples are like, they're from photo shoots. They're mocked up, which is like, we need the inspiration, we need the vision. Like I said, I love seeing Black skin on Black skin, but when there's nothing to like click through to tangibly see people's love stories, which is why I love what like, the Black love interview series has done in the past couple of years, the documentaries, like we need that. We need more of it. But the way that I grew up, Lizzie McGuire was falling in love. You feel me? Princess Mia and Thermopolis Rinaldi was falling in love. And it was white kids falling in love with white kids. So I was really trying to see myself through these girls and through these narratives and through these coming of age stories. But I ended up having like, crushes on white boys because I was trying to put myself there. And it's tough when you don't see it. If you're growing up in an African immigrant household, need I say more about what your parents' actual relationship might look like? So when it doesn't exist in front of you in real life, and if it doesn't exist in the neighborhood due to your population, if it doesn't exist in the media, you got to be a little delusional and you got to be a little active and you got to create and surround yourself with the images that you need to inspire yourself towards Black loves. I think that TV and film has come a really long way. We're getting some really good Black love stories. We're getting Beyond the Lights is one of my favorites that I remember. And then we get like a little, if Beale Street could talk, which, okay, give me a little trauma, give me a little like. But what I struggle with is that a lot of the Black love stories of today are either like interracial love stories, because Hollywood knows that if they pitch two Black leads, it's quote unquote gonna go yay far. But if they pitch a Black lead and then, oh, let's add Matt Damon, that it's going to sell automatically. So unfortunately, there's a financial incentive not to show us Black love stories. And that's unsettling. I hope that by creating and sharing images of the love that I want, that is not a struggle love, but is that a healthy love that I came to as a result of my own active vision boarding and video creating and manifesting, that I can inspire somebody else to believe that like it's accessible and possible. And if that person is you, then I'm really glad that you're here, because this is going to be a fun exercise. I think it's easy to assume that your love is not coming. Like if you've been on the apps for a while and you've been swiping and it's just not working, even when you have your race filter on, even when you're supposed to connect over all these different cultural similarities and you find like, oh my goodness, one Ghanaian is not the next, one Nigerian is not the next, you feel like, was I fed a fallacy about Black love? Like, those photo shoots that I saw, like, is it impossible to make that real? And as we sit here and we face the rejection and we heal ourselves through that rejection, I think it's easy to start telling yourself a story that everybody else can fall in love, but not you. Everybody else can be happy and healthy in a relationship, but not you, or you missed your chance. But I think the good news is, based on the evidence that we have about other people's love stories, we know that your love is possible. I feel like it is. I wouldn't be sitting here and encouraging you to swipe your little butt off on dating apps or create vision boards if I didn't think that you could actually reach through and grab it and have it. So no matter what stage of your life, no matter what stage of your little alien life you're in, I think that it's accessible to you. Okay, so I think that the first thing you need to do to vision board Black love, and you see me I keep glancing down because I wrote these down for y'all. I got it on paper. I wanted to give you my recipe. The first thing that I want you to do is to create your own reality. So you want to hop on to like a Pinterest. Pinterest has shuffles. I don't know how long that's going to last, but Pinterest got a shuffles. You can hop on to Canva. Instagram is also a great tool for this. As we start to populate and put more content into Fanbase, hello, then you can search for more individual images or collective images there and start to build a reality of the types of things that remind you of the love that you want. They don't have to be actual people that you know. They don't have to be people that you believe are actively in love. Because let's face it, we don't know when we're looking at images of people from reality TV competitions or actors that we follow for a long time how healthy their relationships actually are. The red table tells us a lot. But I want you to hold on to the image. Take it, use it as a symbol, bask in it, appreciate the different aspects of it. What are they wearing? How are they smiling? Where did they travel to? But then look at like small little details. Just take a moment to sit with everything. We rush through and we click and we click and we post and we post and we share. But this should be a really slow, intentional, gradual, active exercise of you appreciating every part of the image. There's one image on my vision board that's coming to mind now, and it's like a Black couple. They're both graying, and she is like totally curled in, almost like fetal position, tucked into, kind of his chest, and they're both laying on a couch. And they're wearing really trendy sweatsuits. But I like this image for a couple of reasons. It reminds me that like Black love is something that can and will and should age, even through like all of the crises that we have going on outside. To see Black people together grow in love and like grow old and be able to be soft and gentle and vulnerable with the light streaming through the window. Like these are little things that I appreciate that I think we lose track of when we're moving so quickly. So I love that intimacy. I love that vulnerability. And even when I was single, I was like, I want something like that. I want to just be in all of my 5'9" Nigerian gangliness. I want to just be a small little ball. I don't want this to be love and basketball where I got to beg and fight and bet you for your love. I don't want that. I want to be able to come to you and melt into you. So I looked for images that reflected that. Next is to put it somewhere that you can see it daily. So, like if you're using Pinterest, you can bring all the images together from your board, boom, have it in one place. Canva, you don't have to use a preset template and be constricted. I love that feature on Canva where you can kind of just start from like a blank, like little scratch thing, and then use the background eraser tool to remove any images that you don't want from the background that aren't inspiring to you. Suddenly, you'll notice that you have this huge, beautiful, digital, limitless collage. You can print it out. You can put it in front of you in your house. You can carry it as your phone background, which is a lot easier if you're always adding and changing to the vision board. For me, I really liked using Instagram and I use the highlights feature. So I hope that at the time that I drop this, Instagram hasn't messed with the features again and taken highlights away from you. But I would take each post and I would share it to my story. Then I would write vision board, like VZNBRD, just like a little snap, little tag. Then I created a highlight from those things. So if you go to my Instagram profile, you can see my vision board. It contains a lot of Black love images. It's got some images of me graduating grad school and me as a mother, even. Like my Black love extends beyond just this idea of partnership. And I think if you're sick of seeing images of couples looking cute and in love, then vision boarding only partnership would be an exhausting exercise to you. Think about all of the imagery that represents the person that you in love want to be. What will you feel like? What will you look like? Where will you go? How will you hold yourself, your shoulders? Are you soft? Are you strong? Are you all of the things? And these are the images that I have up on my vision board. Some of the people I've never seen in my life, some of them are celebrities, some of them are friends and family members that I follow. So that's my vision board. And I was able to see it every single day. I could go check it out right now if I wanted to, because it's on Instagram and it's on my highlights. And I just keep that and I click through it and I just feel good when I move through it because I'm like, yes, I'm envisioning and I'm seeing the things that I want to happen for myself. Okay, next is to add living inspiration. So, whether or not you print it out or you keep it digital, what's important is that you're consistently iterating on this board. I think that the idea of a vision board party right now in this year of our Lord, it's a little tired. It's this idea of getting together with the girls with the limited magazines that you have in front of you, clipping some things out. Or guys, I don't know if guys do vision board parties, but they should. I feel like a guy's vision board party is kind of just them like laying back and they'd be like, "What you trying to do this year, bro?" Man, like I don't know, man. I'm trying to open up my own studio. Yeah. And then the other guy's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like guys do it in a very look at me moving everything around. Guys do it in a very like communal way and a very casual and relaxed and verbal way. Like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. And I don't know how often they write it down, but I love how like the girls will intentionally get together. The only problem with like not writing it down, not tracking it, and doing it as an event based thing is it feels like you have to set your entire vision like you do your New Year's resolutions, where they are date specific and tied, and you do it at one time and then it's done. And you never ever return to that vision board again, and whatever you made, you're stuck with. And that's not how I want you to feel when you're designing your vision board. I want you to feel like it is a living, breathing garden that you are consistently cultivating. It's a recipe that you are consistently making changes to. And if you iterate and you delete and update things, then it will reflect wherever you're at in this moment. The love that I envisioned when I was like 5 years old with this little boy named Jimmy. Jimmy was in the fourth grade and I was in well, I went to like a private kindergarten, which is one of my one of my claims to fame. He was this like tall, skinny, freckle kid in the fourth grade. And I talked about him in the very first episode of this podcast. I have no idea where he is now. I don't know what his life looks like. But if I was holding myself to the vision that I had when I was a kid, I do not think I would be nearly as happy as I am now. So make sure that when you're vision boarding your Black love, you are updating it and allowing it to reflect, ooh, week to week, month to month. Like people say, why'd you change up? Change up. I'm encouraging you to change up, be brand new, be whoever you want to be. And you can do that every single day. So also deleting things that don't align with your vision and align with your board. It's like spring cleaning. It just feels good. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Next is to tag other people. When we dream, I think as children of immigrants, a lot of us, we're encouraged to like do so in private and hold things that we care about so close to us for fear that if we speak them or if we share them with others, someone's going to take it from us. Someone's going to sabotage it. Someone's going to pray against it. Someone's going to speak against it. And that puts us in a really paranoid state. And I think that paranoid state makes us mad quiet. We need to be loud about what we want because we're already being algorithmically oppressed. We're being socially silenced. If we sit and hold all of our deepest, dearest dreams in our hearts only, and we don't speak them out to other people, I fear that they will never materialize. So it's important to me to speak the love. And one thing that I love about oral histories, even this show, even this podcast, is just by speaking it out loud, putting it out into the ether and like telling another human being, like we're doing shared storytelling. When you talk about the love that you're looking for, you're contributing to the collective subconscious. Like now the love that you're looking for, if my girl tells me, oh, girl, I always wanted me a little ba ba ba, and he's got a ta ta ta, and our kids are gonna be boo boo boo. Now that's in the back of my head when I see her or when I'm out in person. And if I see someone who looks like that, I might be like, alert, alert, I found what you're looking for. Like we can really help each other. We can all dream together. So to me, it's exciting to be able to share that with other people. It's important. If I don't say it to somebody else, it's almost like it may not be true, which is potentially why I'm an oversharer, and that's unsettling. But I want you to share not out of fear, but I want you to share out of a desire, again, to contribute to like our collective story. And for me, I was really excited that tagging people in the vision board meant that they could participate in the dream with me and like amplify it. The craziest thing that happened on my vision board, which I actually put back on the board, is that I shared images of Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade for a long time. I've been following them a while. I've met Gabrielle Union. I've met Zaya Wade. And I put like Kavia as my annual vision board image. All the things that I wanted to happen to me that year, Kavia was just in such a triumphant pose. I was like, yes, that's me. That little girl, that little Black girl, like she's in me. She's coming out. She's ready to play. And both Kavia's account and Gabrielle Union reshared it. And that made me so excited that like, wow, the people who are powering and influencing and inspiring my dream, who don't even really know me on a personal level, are encouraged to show the world, this girl wants to get her master's degree. She wants to be a creator. So that's on the board for everyone to see too, as like a little victory. And if you tag people, you never know who might respond. Next is that it's not just what you want out of a partner. If you focus on what you want, I think it's easy to feel like you're never going to get it. This vision board isn't just you sharing hot people or the house that you want or what you want your kids to look like, which is kind of creepy. I'm not going to lie. I think every parent would probably tell you that that's super creepy. This is how you want to feel when you get the love that you want. Again, ways that you're going to walk, ways that you're going to stand, places that you're going to go, things you'll have access to, titles you might have. What I love about love, especially Black love, is it's very encouraging. It's warm, it's nurturing, it's encouraging. It inspires you to be the best. It inspires you to be the best, everyone. It inspires you to be the best version of yourself. And when you are the best version of yourself, you're not going to be complacent with anything that's happening in your life. You're going to reach for more. So for me, when I am in my Black love, like the things that I've done since I get chills when I think about it. The things I've done since I've been in a happy, healthy relationship. I've grown this account. I've had legendary auditions. I've been able to network with Black showrunners, all under the umbrella of like coming spiritually home to a Black man who loves me. And I think that this type of power is really unique and special to Black love. Black love is not complacent. Black love is not sure, whatever. It is a force, and it will and can propel you forward in an individual way, not just in a collective way. I think that's what healthy relationships do. They make us the us's that we want to be. I think I've spoken enough on individualism. You get it. Yeah. In a tribal sense too, when we are the best us's, I think we give back to the masses in like a really good way. So make sure that you're including images of things that you would also like to accomplish as your love story is going. Next is that this isn't about like a dream job. I think that dating can feel like a task, and like a business, you have to invest in it, which we'll also talk about in another episode. You have to invest in it financially, spiritually, emotionally. So it can feel like finding a partner is a job. But when we start to think about our partners like they're like a dream job, I think, and I'm not a specialist or an expert. I'm just a young girl in California. I believe that we get anxious. I know when I look at partners like they are a dream job, I feel like I need to interview. And I hold myself in different ways, and I act and I posture and I put on a bit of a face. I mask a little bit. As you're building your vision board, don't add images that are so wildly unattainable that you feel like you would need to mask or change yourself in order to access them. I can't say what that looks like for you. For me, that's like ultra luxury vacations, private jets. That's not aspirational to me. Those aren't things that I actually want to surround myself with or access. I just want goodness. I want fresh bread. I want a home with an island. I want little kids that I can read bedtime stories to. I want to do face masks with my partner in a bathtub. Like, I want things that are very local and real that I can actually touch and feel and remember that are still slightly aspirational. So sure, but like don't make it so dream jobby that you feel like you got to interview to get it. I would also recommend, as you're moving through this vision boarding exercise, to try things from the board. Actually get in there. Just because it's a vision board doesn't mean you can't do those things now. And the hesitation with Black women, especially, is like, if I invest in this person and treat him like a boyfriend or treat him like a husband or give him X benefits, they're going to take advantage of those and they're going to leave. And if they do, at least you had a good time. I know it's unsettling to invest in love and to give freely of ourselves, but I don't want you to get into a practice of dating in a way where you're reserving the best of you, because then you're not showing somebody you. Like the me when I am in love is a me that is going to invest, is a me that is going to give. I'm going to create special intentional experiences for you. So whether we have a title on our relationship or not, whether you're my boyfriend or not, whether you're on the vision board or you're actually in my DMs, I don't care. I'm going to be me. I'm going to give, I'm going to shine, I'm going to smile, I'm going to be soft, I'm going to be sensitive. So I recommend trying things from the board that you want to do with the future partner, even if that person isn't your partner. So you can kind of get inspired and get in spirit and then take your own images to replace the ones that are on the board. For me, these are like two specific ones. One was matching shoes. So I put on my vision board, oh God, definitely over a year ago now, this image of like a Black woman and man with like matching gray sweats and matching sneakers. And without ever seeing that, and without me sharing that to my partner, he invited us for my birthday to go shopping for matching sneakers. I was like, you don't even look like the matching sneaker type. But out of nowhere, he was just like, hey, I want us to get matching shoes. Like, would you like that? And I was like, it's the vision board. It's coming true. I was so excited. I took a picture of us in the mirror, exactly like the one on my board, and I put them side by side. And I was like, whoa. And something like that might seem trivial or small, but to me, I love that I have a Black man that's just so thoughtful enough and intentional enough and like vulnerable enough to do something corny or goofy that doesn't matter to anybody but us, as like getting matching sneakers. It can be small, it can be big. Don't let anybody trivialize it, but just hold it and try it. Actually, go do it. The things that I would do before I was in a relationship were like some of the picnics that I would see. These images are inspiring, but they're also direct. You can literally, yeah, get in there and yeah, and be like, oh yeah, all of that is available at Target. And then go buy it and go do it. There is absolutely nothing stopping you from having the dream dates that you want that are accessible. I don't care if they asked you on, ask somebody out. Try that. Go to the episode called DM Him First if you need a little inspiration. Okay, I've gotten on the soapbox of trying things enough. I think what I want you to remember is that as you're dating, it's a living board. You should actually be going on these dates. Do not spend so much time visioning and envisioning that you forget to start. And then after you've gone on the date, I want you to flip through the board again. So I would make a practice of like every time I got home from a date, even if it's with the same person, first date, second date, third date, seventh date, 12th date, because you only get to the 12th date a couple of times. But after I would get home from the date, I would just go through the board again. And I would reflect and be like, does this love or does this relationship or does this interaction, does it look like, does it feel like, does it sound like, does it reflect the stuff that's on my board? And I would find little pictures or things from the date and add it to the board and be like, so just know that as you're actively going on the dates, you can influence the content that's on the board and you can just double check, like use it like a rubric. Is this it? Is this what I wanted? And I remember times where I would think about what does my relationship with me and this person look like if we are to move forward? If it didn't look like the board, I would just keep pressing on. Okay, you can go as far into the future as you like. One of the difficult things about the Black or African American lived experience is that with all of the chaos that we have going on, it doesn't always feel like we're all going to make it. And I think all of us have been through loss and we've been through grief and we've personally heard the visions of people who aren't with us anymore. It's unsettling, but we're going to cry through it and we're going to, we're going to get there. Okay. We're there. You have the power, and I'm granting you the permission, if nobody else gives it to you, to go as far into the future as you would like with your vision board. Your vision is uniquely yours. And even though the conditions of the streets and the world are looking crazy and they're looking rough, nobody can take it from you. As long as it's yours, it's real. Okay. All right. Okay, we're going. We're doing okay. Yeah. Thank you. Let us blot our eyes in a way that doesn't disrupt the makeup. Oh my God. That setting powder is powerful. Look at that. Very low transfer. Okay. All right. How do we look? All right, we're good. We got it. Okay. If you are in a situation and it doesn't feel like your vision board, doesn't smell like it, then I hope that you feel empowered to move on. You can really share this forward. I want you to love loud. I want you to love publicly. I want you to understand that when you are going through the board, you're making magic happen. I hope you feel like this. I'm going to have a moment where y'all are even just talking about this, like it makes me want to go back through my own board. I'm probably going to do that in the next couple of minutes. I think that we hear so many celebrity stories of them seeing, like Lupita Nyong'o's boyfriend manifest to her after he saw her on a plane. Like, that's so cute. I think we hear celebrity stories of it happening, so we know that it's possible. And if you are building a vision board, I hope that you feel comfortable. If this exact episode is what made you build one, I hope you feel comfortable to share it with me. I want to see it. I don't care how many I receive. I will slowly flip through them. I'll take the time to comment. I'll send you things that remind me of the stuff that's on your board. But Unsettlers, we're in it together. Like, we don't know how long we have on this planet. We don't know exactly how many Black people are available, but we do know that we're a diaspora. Like, we're huge. It's not just about the Black people in your city, in your neighborhood, the ones you went to school with. You can find Black love. It's out there. It's for you. It's already got your name on it. It's uniquely yours. And I hope that you get it. If you like this episode and you feel encouraged to vision board Black love, share it with other Black daters, share it with somebody who needs it, and be sure to follow Dating Unsettled on all platforms at Dating Unsettled. We got fan base, we got Instagram, we got TikTok. We're also on Elon's Twitter. Oh, and we're having such a time. Such a time. You can also go to youtube.com/JoyOfodu to watch the episodes, not just listen. Thank you so much, Unsettlers. Wishing you the best with your visions, and we'll see you next week.